Welcome to the DMF. I'm Justin Yance. This is part 7.
Well, now I got to ask you because I read your I read your review of Red One, not quite my tempo.
Yeah, no. Like, okay, so I remember telling my girlfriend Haley this. I was like,
Yeah.
Letterboxd has really just become a way for people to write one or two sentences and get like 100 or 200 likes, and that's the most popular review, which always upset me, you know.
Yeah.
But now here I am doing the same exact thing. So I've fallen prey to it. It is fun from time to time, uh, but I don't like to do that normally. I like to kind
Yeah.
of, give a couple like at least a
Yeah.
paragraph, you know.
Well,
I
what are you going to
follow.
say about that film? I mean, it's
Oh,
it's
Red
probably
One.
not. It's not really good, is it?
Yeah, no. And $250 million. Like, are you kidding me?
It's more than Oppenheimer.
Yeah, no. Look, I actually do enjoy The Rock, and if he were to walk into
Yeah.
Starbucks, I would also kind of be like, all right, I'm gonna go take a photo. Like I would want to
Yeah.
interact with the guy. I'm not anti-Rock, but like, come on, man. Like, apparently he inflated that budget just off of his salary, and it's like, dude, like,
Yeah. Well, he said he watched Oppenheimer and he said if it's on the IMAX, he said it's game over. And it's like if it's not a good movie, I don't care what
yeah,
screen it's on.
yeah. I could not get into that at all. Red
I
One.
mean, it looks like they're doing, Jumanji again. I mean, I looked at all the people that, wrote it and stuff like there's some talent there, but it seems like they're just going for the most basic thing.
Yeah, no. And funny because it is the Jumanji director, right? He did the
Yeah.
previous Jumanjis, so it's probably just that's what he was doing.
And it looks like Rock is playing the Jumanji character again, just a different version of that.
Yeah, no. And it's a shame too because J.K. Simmons was a big drawing point for me, and
Yeah.
he's quite literally asleep for the whole movie. So, you know, whatever.
Does he do anything is there anything memorable, like a Whiplash moment or something?
Oh, of course not. No. But he's also in Genesis, you know.
I
Uh,
know.
so
And he was so underutilized in that. I'm like, you've got this great actor, and you're just gonna have him do, what is the line he says? Time traveling robots.
oh yeah, goddamn traveling robots. Like he has
It's
some good.
like, yeah, like he would have been an interesting character. If they had fleshed him out a little bit more, he could have been something that you could have kept coming back to. And it's just like, but he's just in it there. I don't know.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
getting back
Oh,
on.
but
We're
man,
getting back on the Terminator
man,
Genesis.
man, because I took my girlfriend to go see Whiplash for the 10th anniversary screening, and
Oh, I didn't get a chance to see. I wanted to do that, but I just couldn't get it. And
so and I can't fault any actor for it, to try to do that kind of thing every
yeah,
film, you know, and not even that performance, just try to be in a film like that every single film is
yeah,
one unrealistic
yeah,
and two not as fun, you know. So I don't,
yeah,
I've kind of gotten away from criticizing actors
yeah,
for taking so like it could be very easy to look at J.K. Simmons and go, dude, 1 year prior to Terminator Genesis, you did Whiplash, and then
yeah.
you sign on for Terminator Genesis. Why? You know?
I don't blame him. I look at it like the writers. As soon as they got him, they should have been like, let's rewrite this and make it better because we've got this guy in. I don't really look at it as for him as he probably signed on to that before Whiplash was even a big hit. So
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. And you know, he probably is thinking to himself, look,
yeah,
I'm gonna like when I die, people will probably remember me for Whiplash. And
oh yeah.
it's amazing they'll even remember me in the first place. So,
Like I love him in La La Land when he's just playing the
oh
the
yeah.
guy with the guy that's just he's like, I need you to do the music that I want you to do. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, but let's just do it's like, no, you're fired. Get out.
And he was pretty good in Saturday Night, that new
Yeah.
Oppenheimer film that came
Yeah.
out.
What did you think of that? I like that a lot.
I I liked him. I don't. I forget what I gave the film itself. I wasn't too crazy about the film. It felt. I called it the SNL version of Uncut Gems, and it just made me want to watch the real
SNL.
Saturday Night. You know what I mean? It just made me want to really watch true Saturday Night Live. Like I didn't really, and it just kind of abruptly ended right as it got really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just wanted to see more of that, like more kind of like reenacting the actual, like the lead up to it. And apparently it's not as factual as
It's
what,
not. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
to my understanding. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there, but who knows? But yeah,
I enjoyed it because I like that concept of like they got to get this show on the air, and you've got all these people that want to pull it off the air, because they think it's going to be a failure, and it's I can see he's talking to what's his name, Johnny Carson, and he's just like, this is what we did to me,
yeah. And
They got that.
it had bright moments for sure. It's not a bad film or anything. It's just I don't know. I'll never watch it again.
No, you wouldn't watch it again.
No.
No.
I won't.
Would you watch Red One again?
Ooh, yeah. Which one would I rather watch? I'd rather watch SNL or Saturday night, or Saturday Night.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah. So far, my favorite film this year is dang it. Why am I? Of course, I'm blanking because I'm on a.
I read your thing. It was Here. You said
Here. Thank you. Yes.
So
Here.
is this like a return to like Robert Zemeckis, like Forrest Gump, Back to the Future style guy, or like like?
Yeah, because I guess so in a way. Yeah, it is I'm not a big Zemeckis fan in the first place. Like I wouldn't put him, in a Rushmore kind of
In the 80s,
situation.
I thought he was really good, but like as he's this era where he did Pinocchio and
Allied.
Marlin.
Yeah. No.
Although I didn't mind Allied. I thought Allied was a not bad film, but it's not, Back to the Future. It's not, what he could be. It's he's one of those guys that had those these tentpole films, and kind of did more films as opposed to like a Cameron who's like, I've done successful films now. I'm going to take my time to make the next one. I think it's partly also because he is involved in the writing and he's involved in every aspect of his films. Like you're not going to see a Cameron just come in and be like, oh yeah, they just want me to direct this movie.
Right. Yeah. No. Personally, though, I from the moment I heard of the concept, a locked camera position, you had me interested. And so I understand the criticisms of the film that that just immediately will not work for people right there in and of itself. And then the fact that you are dealing with non-linear characters coming in, out, all over the place. I just don't know how at the end of that film, if you're not at least a little teary-eyed. I mean, I literally tears coming out of my eyes. To me, it's a miraculous film. It touches on something that we all can relate to. Every single person can relate to. And it's that feeling that I don't know that I've felt in a film before, of thinking about all those places you inhabited for years upon years upon years, and then who inhabited it before you. And it's such a fascinating idea to explore. You know what I mean? The de-aging worked for me. It was not distracting. After a certain point, I think I forgot that I was watching de-aged actors. So right there is miraculous, because I'm very picky with that stuff.
They've gotten much better with that stuff. Like it's not as noticeable. Like I mean, when they're just using the actual actor, it's fine. But when they try to like recreate the actor, like Moff Tarkin and Star Wars or whatever, where he's just standing there in Rogue One and he kind of looks like a monkey.
Right. Yeah. No. Like they kind of really have perfected it. To a
That's
certain.
good.
So, okay. So you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I will probably see it. I see everything. So
then I'm glad I didn't say what I was going to say, because
don't.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Did you watch Honora?
Not yet. No, we constantly
really
had
good.
scheduling things that kept popping up. So
that I was like, I wasn't looking forward to it because it just looked like from the trailers, it didn't really interest me. But then once the film starts going, it's like, oh, it's not that. So
Okay.
I think you probably like it. What's another film you got? And I'll let you go.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So far this year, I think my second favorite film is Joker, Folie adieu.
Okay, so you liked it, and I liked it. All right, so here's the thing. I liked it the first time. The second time, I didn't like it as much, and then the third time, I kind of got back to like liking it again.
Mhm.
I think if you can look at it as not a Joker film, you'll appreciate it more because I think people are just like they're kind of upset with kind of where it goes.
Right.
You talk
Right.
about it.
Right. Similar. Yeah. No. I mean, I don't know that's a spoiler or not. You cut whatever you want to cut out here. It's not a Joker film. I mean, it's quite literally not a
I
Joker film.
think everybody knows that now.
Right? Like that's the
Like
whole thing
nobody's,
about it. He's
it's
not
not
the
really a
Joker.
spoiler.
You know,
Yeah.
he's not the Joker. Um, and so now that'll be interesting going forward because with the first film, people debated
Yeah.
best Joker of all time, and I was always arguing Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I can do that anymore, but it is what it is. It's just look, I don't think the criticisms are valid. I think the fact that they did what they did, Todd Phillips and Scott Silver, I think is the other writer. Uh,
Mm.
they knew what they were doing. They knew they were going to
Yeah.
piss people off. It shows in the box office return. You got $1 billion hit on the first one, and you got a flop on the second one. So thank God we're not going to get any more because I don't want any more.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a perfect 1-2 punch. Watch them both. Love it.
Yeah.
Um,
I like that he took a risk. And I mean, they
completely.
wanted him to do like a focus group or whatever, and I'd be like, that's the problem. They do too much of that focus group stuff. Is like, like look at Captain America 4. They've like reshot that, I don't know, like 17 times, it feels like.
Are you talking about the new one that's coming out with the trailer that's like
The
constantly?
new is coming at and it just like they're reshooting it now. It's like
Oh God.
it's like
Okay.
how is it even gonna like even feel like the same movie? Because you're probably reshooting it with different directors and different people involved. So it's like to have it, I don't know. It'll be a miracle if that movie ends up being good.
Right. Right.
Do you like any of those the super any of the MCU? No?
Nope. Nope.
Because
I can't get into it. It's too much. And at this point, I feel like I'm too far behind to even remotely catch up. So I stay out of it. I stay to the non-associated. So that's why I like Joker because no connection. But no. And then The Substance is an incredible film this year.
yeah, I was gonna bring that up. The
Yeah.
Substance.
I was very upset. I was very upset because I became a fan. And then I realized that Demi and Margaret were at the SCAD Film Festival.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, I wasn't there when they
Yeah.
like I came like that Thursday, and I think
Yep.
they were like on that like Monday. So did you see it there?
No, no. I wish I didn't.
Okay.
I was only a fan after I found out, or no, I was a fan and then I found out that they were even appearing and the tickets were already sold at that point. So it was a little too late for me, but yeah, I would have loved to have seen that Q&A that they did. And, uh, The Substance that's right up my alley. And then, a film not a lot of people talk about this year, Blink Twice. I really enjoyed
I
Blink
haven't
Twice.
seen that yet. That's the one with Channing Tatum, right?
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz directed. It's her
Yeah.
first film. Yeah,
I
great.
think it's on Hulu now. I'm gonna definitely check that out.
Yeah, very
I,
intense.
I can't see. That's the unfortunate thing. It's like if I could be in two places at one time, like I'm trying to see that a real pain before it leaves, and it's like I
Right.
don't know if I'm gonna be able to get there. It's like I can't see everything.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're like me. I constantly think about that. It's
Yeah.
kind of hurts. It's like you can't see every single thing that's ever like
Yeah.
no one will ever do it. No one's
I
ever.
didn't. Oh, I know. If they're like, I wanted to see Blitz. I mean, I know it's now on Apple, but I was like, I prefer to see it in the theater the first time because it's more of a private place. I'm not going to do anything else. You can't stop the movie in a movie theater. Unless maybe you're The Rock, then maybe you would be like, stop the movie. I got to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Restart the movie.
Ugh.
Did you see Alien Romulus?
I did. Move on.
Yeah.
Again, similar
had-
to Terminator, it's Alien and Aliens. Call it a day.
That's Alien. I feel like we haven't had anything good for like since the original ones. There's just been
Although
nothing.
I do remember liking Covenant when I first saw it.
Covenant has its moments. I like Covenant. It's just I feel like he doesn't know what movie he wants it to be. It's like, is this going to be a philosophical take about, this character study, or you want this to be an action movie? And then it's like just
And James Franco has a little cameo in there, and then he gets blasted off into space,
yeah.
which I think is what Hollywood's trying to do to him right now.
He's barely in that movie, yeah. How can people reach you?
Well, if you know my address, you can visit me in person, but I'm not giving it out here. So for anyone who doesn't know my address, you can find me on all the platforms except Blue Sky. I'm not on there. Although I probably will at some point. But yeah, it's at Eddie Greens 101 is where you can find me. And then the podcast, James Cameron 101, it's on all the platforms as well. So and then that's the podcast itself, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube.
All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate this.
No, this was fun. It's like I said before we started, it's I'm the host usually all the time, so it's always nice to let someone else take the reins, and I don't have to worry or sweat, about the details, So
Agreed. All right.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.